Day 2 of the French road trip. So last night, well yesterday, we stayed in this place, Epernay, and it's quite a strange little place actually. It's like there's loads of like apartments and things here, but there's just no people. There's hardly anyone about. The bars and everything closed really early. We ended up in this most bizarre bar, which was kind of like half a newsagent and half bar music with loads of high-end technical lights going on. But we couldn't really do too much recording yesterday because, to be honest with you, it's a bit kind of weird, the whole process. First time we've ever done it where we kind of got on the tunnel, well, driven to Dover, got on the tunnel, got into France. So the recording yesterday wasn't great. And we are not expert YouTubers, so we missed loads of stuff. But we're going to try and get some more recording in today because really yesterday was about getting down to here. Today we're going to drive down to Geneva. We're going to go over to a bakery now, get some croissants, get a drink, and then we're going to start making our way down to Geneva. And that's going to be a 5-hour drive today. All good with the car so far. Steve's basically ran out of petrol. Yesterday's petrol light has come on, so we need to go and find a fuel station, fill up, and then it's a 5-hour-ish journey down to Geneva. So let's go. Right, Steve, what are your thoughts on the trip so far?
Well, a great start, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, the shuttle was excellent.
Yeah.
The trip across France is great. The roads are fantastic, and our first little place is brilliant.
What did you think of the bar newsagent last night?
The nightclub newsagents?
Yeah.
I thought was yeah, it's a little bit different, but the drink was very, very strong, wasn't it? So we asked them to recommend a drink, and they recommended a drink, and honestly, one glass of it, gone.
And that was the Z4.
Oh, that's fantastic. Best Z4 by far.
How much petrol you got left?
Not a lot.
This car park last night was an absolute nightmare. Basically, I came into it, you have to pay €10, you pay it up front for your ticket, and then I got in and it said leave now. I had to drive out of the car park and back into it, get another ticket, and then after all of that, you can just drive out of it anyway. What a joke that is. No idea, we just had to go in there and prepay. But I don't know how much it's going to cost to fill this up. It's a bit like the American system. But like I say, it's quite expensive out here. €1.75. I don't know if it's just this place, but it's expensive. I don't think this is going to fill the car up. I've put €60 in, but I don't think I've quite calculated it right. Right, how much fuel does that put in? 373 miles though. We had 400 and something yesterday. But yesterday we had 470 miles on full. Now it's 370. It's probably because we were doing like 80 mile an hour the whole way. This is nice with these trees. This is quite a nice area.
You can hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Cool. I don't know what he's doing. He's just saying, can you hear me? I'm saying, yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? He goes, yes, I can hear you. But surely then we can both hear each other. What is he doing? Have you actually got anything to say, or do you just want to say, can you hear me? Over.
Saying if you can hear me, that's all.
Okay, over.
Okay, over. The only problem is, I'm with Boy Racer, who likes going fast and slow. And making a lot of noise.
Keep up. Right, so we are 2 hours into this journey down to Geneva, and we're going to do our first stop at the services. Nothing really to port. It's quite amazing, really. You kind of get out of Calais. It feels like there's just one road that takes you all the way down to the south of France, to Geneva. What I'm thinking is once we get past this next services, I imagine we're going to start to see the landscape change a bit, and we'll start to see the Alps, but that's just a bit of a guess from my part. I have flown into Geneva before, and I remember flying through mountains to land, so I'm guessing the landscape will start to change. But so far, it's just miles and miles of countryside. I mean, they can't struggle for crops out here because it's just lovely weather. Just green everywhere, and it just goes on and on and on. Right, we are out of these services, and the services here are absolutely mental. I mean, they're nice, they're big, but there's just so many people. I think it must be because it's summer holidays, but it's just mental when you go in there. The number of people is just chaos. But we've obviously got Hop along with us, who managed to get in there and get a drink. What?
Sorry, I had the window down.
Why do you need to tell me that?
2 minutes.
Anyway, we are now on the way. 2 hours, 20 minutes to our next hotel, to Geneva. Because we're in France, we've picked up some baguettes, ham and cheese. Test review. Spaghetti. Right, just kind of 36 minutes from Geneva. We kind of went through this kind of tunnel, and then we came out on the other side, and the scenery has changed dramatically. It's very mountainous, still very green. Obviously it's summer, so you're not going to get snow, but the scenery is beautiful. Right, so we got to our hotel in Geneva and we've dropped our bags off. It's like a little kind of like chalet hotel. I'll do some shots of it for later. But we just went through this most bizarre border, because we're staying on the French side and we're coming across into the Swiss side. You go through this most bizarre border situation. There's no man, there's no one checking passports, and you just kind of drive through these kind of like slow little bit, and then you're in Switzerland, which is just mental. I will film it on the way back just to show you what it's like going back into France. But yeah, we're 10 minutes away from Geneva, and we're going to try and drive down there and see if we can find somewhere to park. It's a Sunday afternoon. I'm hoping it'll be all right, but I don't really know anything about Geneva. I don't know how big it is, how busy it is, what it's like to park. I just know that it's very expensive. That's another thing when you come in Switzerland from France. You have a change of currency. We're now into Swiss francs, but thankfully I've got my Revolut card and it doesn't matter because you can just use it anywhere. It just seems to work wherever I go. Never quite know if that's a good thing or a bad thing really, but it just works. This is where Google's taking me to.
Right, so you're at a tram stop. You're now on a tram lane.
Yeah, I don't...
I feel like we're maybe not allowed there.
Yeah. Yeah, Google tried to take me down a road that only trams can go down, so thanks Google, that's useful. Just got myself into a right old situation. It's proper hectic here. It's like a Sunday and there's just bikes everywhere. It's just like, it's just bonkers. And it's like I say, I wouldn't want to be doing this on a Monday, but it feels like we're now in the centre of Geneva and we're trying to find somewhere to park. And I've just found somewhere called the Harbour Pub. So we're going to go there, I'm going to drop off Steve and then go for a little walk. This is nice.
Yeah, this is lovely, isn't it?
I suspect parking might be at a premium.
There's a Mont Blanc car park on the right.
Bienvenue. We are sat. Please use the payment machines located. We are about to rip you off with some massively overpriced parking. Have some of that.
It's just luxury watches everywhere.
Ugh. Right, you're gonna have to get a ticket.
Ah, Christ.
This is one of the problems.
What button am I pressing?
Green? No. Car sounds like a police car. Right, so we've just been around Geneva. Actually a very nice city, it's very beautiful. We walked around for a bit. We left Steve in a little bar because obviously he can't really walk, and we kind of walked around all the water. I took some videos of it. And now we're gonna go, I'll quickly show you when we get back here, the border going back over into France. And then Will and I, who's Steve's nephew, have made the executive decision to go to a water park. There's a water park near our hotel, which has just got, it's quite small, it's got a few slides on it, but we're gonna go there, and because it's really hot, it's 32 degrees. We're gonna go there for a couple of hours, do some slides, and then probably just get a McDonald's and go to bed because we're knackered. Just gonna sort of try and have a chill out night because tomorrow it's gonna be a long day. We're driving down to Monaco, and we're gonna drive through the Mont Blanc tunnel, through the Alps. We're going to touch Italy as we drive down the side of Italy, and then come back in along the coast to Monaco. So it's a long day tomorrow, about 6 hours driving without stopping. But we want to stop along the way and just do some, at some viewpoints, hopefully through the Alps, and see some things. So looking forward to the drive tomorrow, but I want to be fresh for it. One thing with Geneva, it is incredibly expensive. I think most people know that that's how it is. As we sort of went for a walk and left Steve, he bought a beer, and how much was it?
12 francs.
Yeah, 12 francs for a beer, which I think is about £11 for a bottle of beer. But yeah, the actual everything here, you can just tell is expensive. Expensive cars, expensive shops, just everything is expensive. But really nice, feels really safe, and I would consider coming back here for like a couple of nights just to kind of explore the place. But there are other cities that are probably just as nice as it, and they're probably half the cost, so it looks nice, but I think it's a bit cost prohibitive to come back here. So we're just coming up on the what I think is the border. There's like a line on the Google map. This looks like a different way to the way that we came in. It still kind of fascinates me that you just drive through here and you're in another country. I don't know why that fascinates me, because probably because I live in an island, but the fact that you can just drive through there without showing your passport, without going through any sort of security, you're just in another country, just like that. And I found that on the Euro tunnel as well. There was no security checks. Just drive your car, you're in another country. It's mental. I mean, obviously you have to show your passport there. Yeah, this is it. You just drive through here, no passport checks, no security checks, just you're in another country. Here we go. We're in Switzerland. Through here, we're in France. It screws with my mind, that does.
Well, you wouldn't get that somewhere like America.
Yeah, imagine that. Imagine that in America. Just drive from like Mexico to America like that.